Hello everybody, welcome back to From Rhythm to Algorithm Part 60, Differential Logic. Right, with math class in graduate school we have differential geometry, now we have differential logic in the context of dimensionless analysis. Cool beans. We've identified a form of the solution, sensorality. We've made a direct linguistic differentiation in the spelling of the letters. Again, repeating myself a bunch, but we've talked about base and range, different numerals, numbers, words, concepts, blah, blah, blah. And today I just have a bunch of theorems literally trying to differentiate the logic of these two words. Remember our functional definitions: sensorality, life, sentience, animation, the opposite of inanimate, and sensorality is just physics, motion, objects. So again, trying to find a one-way pairing or a unique definition that shows how we already use these forms of these words. So off the bat, I have sensorality with a C, goes to censorship with a C, which goes to measurements, which goes to objects colliding, right? My hand hitting this notepad, the atoms of this notepad are sensing with a C, my hand. Sensorality with an S goes to censorship with an S, and I have in parentheses censorship with a C, right? If you go look up, anytime they say censorship with a C, is clearly defined. What I'm saying and proving is that that's censorship with an S, right? If you censor, filter out the boobies, or censor your language, that's a conscious choice. The notepad is always going to fall to the center of mass. So that's the difference between C and S. Sensorality with an S, senses. Sensorality with a C, collides. Momentum produces measurement. Interactions produce measurements. Censorship is deflection. Deflection is collision. Two electrons can occupy the same space. As an adjective, integrals versus derivatives, clear like logical opposites in mathematics, but those are nouns, an integral or a derivative. If I say something is integral, that's an adjective. Integral is vital. Sensorality with an S is sensational. Vibrational is sensational. Vibrationality, sensationality. That's with an S. A feeling is a sensation. Bad vibes produce bad feelings. Sensationality is feeling. Emotions are feelings. Feeling is emotional. Objectivity is not emotional. Subjectivity is. Again, now trying to get the logical consistency between objects and subjects in language, just linguistics, that we talked about in the other series. And again, this is actually how I do science. Like I said, there's a ton more of these. This is just when I don't have a great proof or a bunch of proofs to give you. This is what I do throughout the day. So the difference between an object and a subject is personality. Right? My notepad does not have a personality. I do. But the different, just as is, personality is sensationality. Individuality is sensationality, right? Well, that's why we say animals have personalities. They have the same emotional states. What is concentration? In both contexts of sensorality or sensorality. I'm a person, I say I'm concentrating, I'm thinking, I'm focusing. But not... Well, maybe more blood flow goes to my head, so that's actual physical concentration. But density is concentration. More mass per unit volume is density, is concentrating something. Sensation with a C is detection. Detection is reflection. A collision reflects force. Force equals mass times acceleration. Equal and opposite, right? When something reflects, it's bouncing off of. It's, again, the electrons literally cannot overlap one another. Sensorality with an S classifies. Proof, that's classified. Our governments, that's classified. 9/11 reports, that's classified. That's censorship with an S. That was an interesting connection because we're connecting the S with the C. The opposite of an injection is an ejection. Integration injects, subtraction ejects. Subtraction is removal, integration is addition. To add something is to integrate something. To subtract something is to remove something. Addition, additionally. Inclusion is addition. Exclusion is subtraction. So now we have a natural opposite, a dichotomistic pair of opposition without using the typical mathematical operators, addition and subtraction. Inclusion versus exclusion. Censorship with an S excludes. A revision is an iteration. Revision updates. Caught up is up to date. Censorality with a C is invariant. Protons and electrons are protons and electrons on this planet, on that planet, anywhere in space. Censorality with a S is covariant. Species, life evolves together, right? Hunting dogs. I'm very confident animals learning to sleep on pillows is like pretty proportional to technology. I've never, like, years ago, never saw dogs putting their heads on pillows. Now a lot of animals like sleep with their heads on pillows. But just in general, species are codependent. They're covariant. So again, connecting censorality with a C to invariance. Again, motion's always motions, atoms are always atoms, properties are always properties, electromagnetism is always electromagnetism, gravity is always gravity. Censorality, life, how life differentiates, is covariant based on censorality. The environment that you're in and the other animals' life around you. Species change covariantly. And now we have we're getting really close to getting kind of like the final analogy, but it's a base definition. And then we'll apply this definition to everywhere in science. And then it will do the same thing again. It takes me like 3 years to do this shit. Censorality with an S, these are all with S's. Censorality speciates. Life differentiates into species. Speciality, the word that, again, has no definition, but it's natural tendency to differentiate for sexual antagonism. We've shortened it to the natural tendency to differentiate. Differentiation censurates. Different species sense differently. Different life forms feel differently. Different, like same reaction times, but different, right? I can't go fly. A bird can fly, but it's not breaking the laws of physics. It's just a different form. Speciality, censorate. Censorate, feel, speciality, speciate, differentiate. To speciate is to vary. To censorate is to feel. And then the last one I had for today is censorality chooses. Censorality with a C does not. I can make a choice. My notepad is still not going to make a choice. It's going to fall down when I drop it. So now you have it, the first direct lecture in the dimensionless analysis, sub-subject. Now we have differential logic. You just have to integrate an entire logical concept with a sound. And we've already approximated the form of the solution. And once you approximate the form of the solution, it takes you about 3 years of that at the maximum derivation rate to kind of get the final, again, solidified base definition. So thank you for watching. Again, that's not the final thing, but just working on developing the proof and differentiate the different contexts. Thank you for watching.